We're here to talk about the Concert of Colors, and really quick for those of us who are uninitiated, just tell us what the concert is, how to get started, and what the whole idea behind it is.
Well, the Concert of Colors has its roots going way back here in Detroit. Actually, is part of an international movement called Rock Against Racism. I've been doing Concert for Causes for years and was part of a group that had focused on bringing music into communities where racial justice questions were a big deal. The Concert of Colors was launched 28 years ago, and it started off small, and it was a one-day event of the 5 major communities of color, but it's now grown to include everyone, and it's 6 days long this year. It's in almost all of the major arts venues usually, although this year, because of COVID, that won't be the case. And it draws somewhere between 30 and 50,000 people. It brings in artists from all over the world, but also focuses very much on the talent and the communities of Detroit. And it's not just music, it's educational activities like the Forum on Community, Culture and Race, and a whole set of other things, children's stuff, and I can go on and on. But it is a major thing in Detroit, like the Techno Festival or the Jazz Festival. And our mission is very much still the same thing, to bring communities together, to celebrate our different cultures, and to look at the questions of justice, racism, and harmony.
So obviously, as you alluded to, this year hasn't been normal for anyone, and I can only imagine the difficulty that that presents when you're trying to put together a week-long concert. So was it more difficult this year to get artists to participate?
Yeah, in fact, frankly, we lost a couple key artists as a result of it who dropped out at the last few minutes. But overall, I think this is going to be an interesting pivot because in the sense that people who watch this will be all over the world this time. You know, we were going to cancel, and then Larry Bransky at the DIA said, well, let's go to kind of more mainstream TV and radio and see what we can do. And we've had a long relationship with WTVS, who are great to work with, and also WDET, Detroit Public Radio. And so what we did is talk to them, and we came to an agreement. So we won't be doing the kind of usual streaming that most festivals are doing. This is going to be a big deal. And it's enhanced because we have relationships with world music festivals across the planet who are all going to be streaming and working with us. I just heard today that the Kennedy Center will be sending out notices across the United States. We're talking to Quest TV about including the Don Was review. It will be available to millions of people. So the good part is that that many, many more people will get to be part of the Concert of Colors, and also view the music of Detroit, which is really important. Almost all our artists are Detroiters, but the bad thing is we won't be able to do it together, and there's something lost by that, especially when you bring people of all colors and nationalities and sexual preferences together to really enjoy each other and come to know each other through celebration. And so that's kind of missed, but I think we will have an awful good program.
Why not take the year off, maybe to recoup, re-strategize? Why is it so important that the concert continue through times like these?
Well, that's exactly right. Times like these. The world is in turmoil and America is in turmoil. And the question of racial justice and equality are major questions now. And the place of cultures and all that is important. So having the Concert of Colors, which has always stood for all of that, and brought together the cultures of the world to celebrate together is really important this year, more than ever. And so we've struggled to do it, and it hasn't been easy. Sometimes I feel like a dentist filling teeth. Cavities just keep popping up. We had a little bit of a COVID scare at the DIA. They are very, very careful and very worried about taking care of the people who come there and work there. And there was a person who had COVID, and they had to do tracing, and they sanitized the entire wing that we're in. And so we actually were off for a while. We were not going to do it. And then after the tracing, they found that that person had been nowhere near there. And they took the time to sanitize. So we had to change our shooting schedule and call back all of the artists. And within that, Roy Ayers, who is 80 years old, just didn't feel comfortable coming. So we lost his performance. But we found a really cool group out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, called the Last Gasp Collective, that are right in that vein. Hip hop, soul, jazz, and even a little classical music. Great voices, all African-American group, young people, very cool.
Chasing your problems, we ain't got nothing in common. Approach with caution, blessings from the shaman, glass in my window, clearing out and never. Beauty always finds a way to blossom. Brown always been beautiful as autumn.
If people want to know more about this, go to concertofcolors.com. The whole schedule is there, information about the bands, what time, how to stream, or how to watch it on TVS, because you can watch it on your TV set, or you can listen to it on WDET.